Good morning, everybody. Happy Father's Day. I forgot that it was Father's Day because I am estranged from mine, but that's not about this. Um, I wanted to welcome everybody back to Books and Gratitude. I'm Shelly Meyer, as you know, and I am so happy you're here with me today. This week's episode is going to be a little bit different. Today, I'm usually here talking about a book I've read and I'm reviewing it, or I have thoughts about these books. But this week, I don't have a book to share. I was busy doing other things this week, but I did start a new one. But this week, um, instead of forcing a review of something I just started, I wanted to take a moment to do exactly what this podcast says in the title. I want to talk about gratitude. And well, since today is the summer solstice, the first official day of summer, and Father's Day, it feels like the perfect time to pause, breathe, and think about the things that bring light into my life, and maybe yours as well. Summer has always been my favorite time of year. And if you know me, I've talked about it before. I've talked about summer forever. That's how much I love summer. There's really something about the longer days, the warm weather, the sun, the way everything feels a little more alive. Even if life is busy, even if things aren't perfect, summer always makes me feel like there's still room for joy, still room for growth, and still room for adventure. Also, still room to begin again. That's really what life is about anyway, right? So today I am grateful for summer. I am grateful for sunshine and longer days. I'm grateful for warm evenings, golden light, iced drinks, particularly iced coffee, open windows, and those beautiful warm breezes, and that feeling you get when the seasons shift and suddenly the world feels a little bit brighter. And of course, I'm grateful for books. All books. Fiction, nonfiction, romance, thriller, sci-fi, doesn't matter. I am grateful that they exist. I'm grateful for the indie books and the bestsellers and those quiet books that no one talks about and you find them in quaint little bookshops. I'm grateful for the loud books and books that make you laugh. I'm grateful for books that break our hearts and that keep us up way too late because one more chapter turns into five more chapters. And we've all been there, right? And I'm grateful for the opportunity to read and review them. I know what it means to pour your heart into a story, and I don't take it lightly when an author shares that story with the world. Every book is somebody's dream, somebody's late night, somebody's courage, and somebody's hope. And I'm grateful I get to be even a small part of that. I am grateful for the friends that I've made over the years, the ones who are still here and the ones, unfortunately, that I've lost. Some of them are friends I've spent time with in person, friends I've hugged, friends I've laughed with across the table, friends who've shown up for me in real life, in real ways. You know who you are. And I'm grateful for the friends I've met online. People I may not have sat across from in a coffee shop, but who've still become so close to my heart. You know who you are too. It's amazing how real those connections can be, how someone can live thousands of miles away and still become part of your everyday life, and still become someone you trust, someone you root for, someone who roots for you, and someone you're thankful to know. I'm also grateful for still being able to write. That one, that one means a lot to me. Writing has been a part of me for so long that I don't always know where I end and the stories begin. And I don't know what I would do if I couldn't write. I mean, I'm getting older. It's true. And I can feel you know, the ache in my hands sometimes, but I'm so grateful now that I am still able to write. And some days those words come to me very easily, other days they don't. Um, some days writing feels like breathing, and other days it feels like dragging a chair across gravel. But I'm still here. I'm still writing, and I'm grateful for that. And I hope that you, as a writer and a reader, are grateful to be able to write and read as well. I don't want to make this all about me. I want you to be grateful for the things that you have in your life as well. I just happen to be talking about the things I'm grateful in my life. So I want you to stop and think about that, about your own things that you're grateful for. They might be similar. You never know. But I'm also grateful to wake up every day without pain or a Crohn's flare. That's not something I take for granted, believe me. When you've had days where your body reminds you that you're not always in control, the quiet mornings really matter. The ordinary days matter. The days where you can get up, move through your routine, go to work, write, read, record, laugh, and simply exist without pain taking over. Those days are truly a gift, and I am so grateful for them. And you know what else? I'm grateful for my family. Not just the ones that are here with me, not just my kids or my grandkids, but even the ones that I'm not close to anymore. I'm grateful for the people who've stood by me, who've supported me, who have loved me through every version of myself. The strong version, the tired version, which is an everyday thing, um, my creative version, and my overwhelmed version, which kind of seems like a everyday thing as well. But the version who has big dreams, and I do have big dreams, and the version who sometimes just needs someone to say, "You've got this." And I've heard it before from my family, the ones who are really, really there for me, the ones who say that they're proud of me. And I know you have people in your life who say that to you too. And if you don't, I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. I mean, family isn't perfect, and life certainly isn't perfect. But support matters no matter where it comes from. Love matters. And having people in your corner really matters. And I'm grateful for mine. I'm also grateful for my job. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I'll tell you why. I have this amazing job that allows me to learn and grow, and it challenges me in good ways. I recently switched positions in the company that I work for, and I am challenged every day, and I so thrive on that. I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to change in the same company to something that really resonates with me. So I am grateful for that. And this job, it gives me the space to keep becoming better, learning, growing, training, support system. And I'm especially grateful that I can take time off to decompress without worrying that I won't have a job when I come back. This is the kind of company that gives you so much PTO to just take a day and relax for you. And there's nothing when you come back where they're like, I can't believe you took the day off. We needed you. They're so supportive of family, life, balance. It's amazing, and I love it there. And that kind of security, that kind of understanding, that kind of workplace, it means something, and I definitely don't take that for granted. I'm also grateful that there are still decent and kind people in the world. With everything that's going on right now, politically, globally, whatever, there's just some very angry people, and I'm grateful for the kind ones that aren't judgmental. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget that the world can be loud and it can be angry. It can be exhausting. It can feel heavy. But then someone holds a door open. Somebody checks in. Somebody leaves a nice comment. Someone listens. They didn't have to. Somebody helps you, or anybody. Somebody chooses compassion when they could have chosen judgment. And right now, those people are the best people in the world. And those moments matter. I'm grateful that kindness still exists somewhere in this world. Good people still exist. And I'm grateful for every reminder of that. Now, I know I am probably going to get an eye roll from my daughter for this one, but I am also grateful for the greatest TV show ever. Yes, I'm talking about Supernatural. I said what I said. I'm grateful for that show, for the characters, the monsters, the lore, the heartbreak, the humor, the brotherhood, the music. I love the music, and I never used to love 70s music. But this show changed my attitude towards that. I'm grateful for those ridiculous moments and the emotional damage, all of it, everything about it, the characters, the actors, everything. And honestly, it reminds me of something else I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I get to do my podcast, that I have that ability, that I have the strength and the mental ability to do this. I get to talk about the creatures of supernatural on my Supernaturalist podcast. And I get to talk about books and stories and gratitude and life right here on Books and Gratitude. And that is such a gift to have a space where I can share the things that I love, to connect with people who love stories, whether those stories come from books or TV or the moments we live through every day. To sit down with a microphone and say, here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm feeling. Here's what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for? That is such a beautiful thing. And finally, I'm grateful for you, all of you, for listening, for showing up, for supporting this podcast, for loving books, for sharing your thoughts, for being part of this little corner of the world with me. I'm grateful for you exactly as you are. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. And as we step into summer, I hope this season brings you light, and I hope it brings you rest. I hope it brings you joy, adventure, healing, laughter, and at least one really good book that makes you forget what time is. Have a beautiful summer solstice, and happy Father's Day. And until next week, keep reading, keep noticing the good, and keep finding something to be grateful for. I'm Shelly Meyer, and this has been Books and Gratitude. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And in your comments, tell me what you're thankful for. What are you grateful for? I know it's not Thanksgiving. What are you grateful for? It can be anything. Just let me know in the comments. And please share this podcast with someone else you think will enjoy it. Thank you again, and have a great day.